Previously on the Swiss Car Guy.
Wait a minute, if the sounds of horror come up anyway, I might just as well mention its name. I mean, how could it be any worse?
How could it be any worse?
Ciao, this is Mario, a Swiss Car Guy on YouTube. And yes, I shouldn't have done it. I spoke out the name of the unspeakable, and now the Lexus developed a fault with its parking sensors. And I was actually going to do a video about how I diagnose it and how I fix it, since after my trunk floor handle video, I'm pretty sure I'm becoming one of the leading YouTube automotive repair channels. However, when I wanted to make that video, the fault wasn't there. It's one of those nice intermittent faults, which means I didn't get around to diagnosing it, I didn't get around to repairing it, and it has now reappeared, but now I don't have the tools to actually do my repair, so instead I will do something completely different in this video. In fact, I will do my taxes. And no, this is not a joke. You see, recently I made a series of videos where I complained about how speeding in Switzerland is punished way too harshly, how fines are really expensive, how everything in Switzerland is really expensive. And those videos might have given the impression that living in Switzerland is terrible. Which I mean, yes, speeding in Switzerland is terrible, but life in itself in Switzerland is pretty good. And one of the reasons I think why life in Switzerland is so good is because of simplicity. And I don't mean it like, you know, living the simple life out in the country, but a distinct lack of bureaucracy. And I will try to illustrate this by doing my taxes now in real time to show you actually how simple it is doing one's own taxes in Switzerland, and to maybe illustrate why living in Switzerland is actually pretty neat, because taxes are not only low, but it's also really easy to file them, and in general interactions with the government tend to be quite smooth and easy. And this video from now on will not contain any more edits, because I want to show you in real time, start to finish, how long it takes me to file my tax returns. So please excuse the crudity of this video, and you will hear a lot more blabbling and a lot more mistakes than usual, but I want to keep the real-time aspect going to really show that a normal person who's not a millionaire, who doesn't have like holdings and millions in the bank, can basically do their tax returns, I think, in about 15 minutes, or maybe even less. I'm not going to try to do a speed run here, because I only do them once a year, so I have to sort of relearn it as I go. So I will take you with me on this great adventure of filing my taxes. Of course, I will blur out some relevant sections because the Swiss are very private about their income, and so am I, and I don't want to broadcast it to everybody how much I make. It's already enough that I have to tell the tax administration. But still, I hope you can follow along. Not a lot of car content in this video. Still, I hope you get something out of it. So let's start. Okay, and we start by going to the website of the tax administration. In my case, it's the canton of Zurich. Switzerland has different cantons, which are states. Everyone has its own tax regime and system and everything. But in Zurich, you can do it online. And I think you can now even send everything online. You don't need to sign anything and send a letter. So let's see how this goes. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, here I got my old tax returns, which I don't really care about. I want to do a new one. So let's start it. Okay, I got a code in my mail that I have to use in order to make sure that it's me and not somebody else, or at least somebody that I have authorized. I know this must be absolutely thrilling for you to watch. But I mean, it's a tax return. What do you think? It's never going to be something exciting. That looks right. Good. This is the social security number, which of course I blur out because not everybody needs to know it. Great. Now they are looking for my tax return, and it can take up to 2 minutes. Ooh, there are some news, hey? I don't care. I can't be bothered to read this. Good. I think I'm done here. I don't need this document anymore. Oh. Wow, I can see how much is due. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, so now the nice thing, it has saved my previous year data, so I can just go into it, see if everything is correct, and then just confirm it. So I haven't changed address, my birthday is still the same, I think my phone is still the same. Yeah, let's change my phone number. They know I got a different phone number. Still unmarried. Is my job title still the same? It doesn't say, it doesn't matter. Let's do this, yes. I still work for the same company. The company is still at the same place. I don't have a phone number. Well, I do have a phone number, but I don't know it because who uses phones anymore? No. Still don't have any confession. Yes, good. Still the same place. I think everything is confirmed. Searching my town. I'm missing like a next step here, really. But let's go through it. Children, no, I don't have any children. I don't have any persons I have to care for. No. Okay. Okay, how much money? Yes, I have been working the whole year at the same company. Looks like I've made a bit more money last year, so I have to change that. Good. Ooh, and now it tells me I have to upload my certificate of salary, which I have. I can even photograph it, but I have it. It's here. Open. Wow, they changed it a lot since last year. I figure it's a bit easier. Okay, that's it. Good. Side jobs, I don't really have a side job. And yes, YouTube does not really pay enough or anything relevant enough for me to actually write it on here, because I have more costs with it associated than I have income, really. So nothing good. No, I don't get any pensions. I don't make any more money. I don't have any inheritances that are not yet distributed. And I don't own any company. Man, I'm poor. Okay. Okay, so this is detractions and travel detractions. Oh, let's see what they say about Corona. Interesting, because usually you can detract, the cost of the commute to your workplace. And now they basically write that because of Corona, nothing changes. You still detract your costs like as if you had gone to the office every day, even if you stayed at home all year. So great, nothing changes. Nothing changes, nothing changes, nothing changes. I mean, nothing changes. I can just confirm all. Bang, done. I don't think I have anything else, so I'll just do, wait, what do we have here? Yeah, nothing. Let's confirm everything. Didn't do any schools. I don't really have any debts right now. Nobody I have to maintain. Ooh, third pillar, I have that. 6826 is correct. This is the third pillar. This is basically a way of private saving that you can only use to buy a house, to start a business, or you can just otherwise have it if you leave the country for good, or once you reach the pension age, then you can use that money and use it for your retirement. But in my case, I have put away the money for it, and now I have to have a certificate for it, because that way it gets detracted from the taxes. So this is an incentive for people to save up, so they have money on the side and they can save a bit of taxes. And this, for me, it's really neat, because at some point I want to be able to buy a house, and therefore it's good to have like this aided savings that get detracted from your taxes. Otherwise, I haven't paid anything. Let's go. Insurance. Yeah, let's say everything is the same. I mean, but do I really have some interest? Because I don't think I'm rich enough to have interest, but everything is possible. Let me check on my other screen. Nope. Good. Then I'll confirm everything. Good. No, no, no. No, nothing. Even though I had my accident, that was fully paid for. I didn't have to pay for anything, so there's nothing I have to like detract from the taxes. This is nothing I have, this is nothing I have, this is nothing I have. Good. Now this is accounts and stuff. Okay, let's do this. I think that's still the same. I have only one bank account, so yeah. No idea what that is, don't need it. My bank account. Yeah, I probably have to declare that, huh? But this is a nice thing about Switzerland. Basically, you have to declare your taxes. They cannot just go and look at your bank account because there is a banking secret. So you can just you just have to declare yourself how much you have on it. So really? That annoys me. I don't get it. This is the number. I mean, Jesus. How hard is that? And now let's check out how much money we had there last year, the end of the year. Man, that is a nice number. Just kidding, it's not that much. Okay, I think that's the number right there. Good. That's it, I'm not gonna add any more. Okay. This looks really... What happens if I click here? Okay, no, I don't want that. Don't click back, obviously not. Okay, that works out. The A1 formula, whatever that is. Whatever. No idea what that is. I have nothing. I have nothing. Okay. This is now my net worth. So everything I own, which is, this means it's cash, gold, and other precious metals. Which basically I have nothing, because it's either all in the bank or nothing. Well, I do have a gold Rolex, but nah. Hey look, and here are my cars, the GTR and the Lexus. So, man, my Lexus is 2008, not a okay, okay, good. This I still have, this I still have, yeah. Wait, nothing changed. I reckon the GTR still has the same value. Yes. The Lexus is actually 2008. Why did I change this? It's 2008, that's more correct. About 12 grand. Yeah. It's about right. You know what? Let's make it 11 grand. I just bought a set of new Michelin tires for it and new used wheels. It. Not gonna upload anything. That's good enough. I don't have any life insurance. I don't own any houses. I don't have any inheritances, and I don't own anything. And that's it. Bum. Good. That's it. It's ready, let's download it and check if it's right. Yeah, this is what it would look like if it was made out of paper. Okay, good. Whatever, I don't need this. Let's go there. Oh, I am there. Okay, then let's do this. And that's it. Oh, look, there it shows you. This is how much tax I'm gonna pay for this. And obviously you don't see it because it's blurred, because it's a bit too much private information in it. But I can make a little calculation based on my gross income, which is this. Okay, so divided through my gross salary, I pay 12% taxes total, which is pretty neat. But let's look at the net income, because from the gross salary in Switzerland they detract your unemployment insurance, they detract the mandatory retirement funds and stuff like that. So let's calculate it based on that. So how much from the money I really get into my bank account I actually have to pay as taxes. Oops. 14%. I mean, I know we have low taxes in Switzerland, but man, I mean, 14% taxes on your net income or 12 on your gross income? That's that's really ridiculous. I mean, yes, our health insurance is privately funded, so it's mandatory. You have to have health insurance in Switzerland, but you have to pay for it yourself. It's not deducted from your salary. So that's another amount of money that, you know, basically you have to pay, gets detracted from your salary. In my case, I have quite cheap health insurance because I have a very high deductible, because I don't really need health insurance that much. I have like a 3,000 franc deductible. So the insurance starts paying for me after I go over 3,000 francs, and up to that I pay for it myself, but this is why I never go to the doctor. And that costs me about 300 francs per month. So that's it. That's another... That's 3,600 francs per year. I think it's a bit less. Maybe it's only 3,000 francs per year. So yeah, that's another thing that gets deducted. But all in all, I mean, you've seen it in real time, even with me mumbling about and not knowing how stuff works because they changed it, they made it different this year. It's very easy to do your own taxes in Switzerland. And as we see in the end, as it turns out, taxes are actually low, ridiculously low. So yes, living in Switzerland is expensive, but you know, you can spend your money on expensive things or expensive car repairs in my case, rather than having to give it all to the state. And it's not like, you know, our roads are falling apart and everything is in disrepair. I think Switzerland is pretty well sorted as far as countries go, and it's a very nice place to live. And fortunately we have low taxes, which yes, have attracted a lot of foreigners, even offshoring just their money. But then again, this is something that's very difficult to change in Switzerland because we're a direct democracy and the people, they don't want higher taxes. So why would they change it? And in this case, if foreigners want to profit from the low taxes in Switzerland as well, they can. Plus, in Switzerland, there is a lot of competition between different cantons, different states, and even different towns and villages, because every town has their own tax regime. I mean, we only pay canton and federal tax, but the cantonal tax depends on the town you live in. And for example, my town has a very low multiplier, and then there are others that have a higher multiplier. And usually you have a single tax, and then that gets multiplied by the multiplier, and then that is the cantonal tax. There are towns like where I live where the multiplier is, I think, 0.98 or something like this, so less than 100%. And there are other towns like the one where I was born and grew up in the canton of Thurgau, where the multiplier is 300%. So it's like 3 times higher, and if I lived there, I would pay like, you know, at least 40% more taxes than I do here. But then again, I don't live here because of taxes, I just live here because this is the place where I actually found an apartment, because in the Zurich area, apparently it's not that easy to find an apartment, and especially if you are pressured for time because you've already given up your old apartment. So this is at least one of the good things of living here in Switzerland, and especially living here in this town where I live. But then again, you see, doing the taxes was a very quick thing. This video is only so long because I'm just keeping on rambling for no good reason. So I'm very sorry that this video didn't actually contain any car content. This was more on the Swiss part of the Swiss car guy and not on the car guy part, even though the cars were mentioned. And hey, check out the new wheels and tires for the Lexus. I mean, the tires are new, the wheels are used, but I think they are quite nice. And new Michelins on it, Pilote Sport 4. Yes, I know it's a sport tire on a Lexus, but I prefer having a tire with more grip. And these are also the acoustic versions, so they have some foam on the inside to make it a bit quieter. I don't know, I haven't really noticed. It was like 20 bucks more per tire, and I thought, well, I go with it. And I also bought a new tire for the spare wheel, because you know the original tire is 13 years old, and if I need it, especially if I go on holidays in the summer with a car, which I plan to do if I can, I'd like to have a spare that actually works and is safe. But anyway, this is enough. I talked way too long. Thank you very much for watching. Hey, I know this was a video about taxes, but if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, please. Tell me what it's like in your country. Is it that easy to do your taxes? Is it even easier? Are the taxes even lower, or are they a bit higher? I mean, do you at least get something in return for your taxes? Yeah, please comment. Always very interesting to read and discuss with you in the comment section. And this is all for this video. I don't promise, but I plan to make the next video about the repair for the parking sensor on the Lexus, because hey, I mean, future Chris Fix here, right? And for now, that's it. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice day.